It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and it's really raining here today in, well, the conservatory. Not sure if you can hear it. We have a beer. We have a By the Horns Brewing Company's Hopadelic Session IPA coming in at 4.3% ABV, described as hoppy, citrus and fruity. Now, I've had a few By the Horns Brewing Company beers lately, and they've been really good, really solid. I first come across this brewery probably about the best part of 8 to 10 years ago, right in the middle of the brewing boom, what I call a brewing boom, where every week you were hearing about a new brewery opening up in the UK. It was a great time to be involved in craft beer because lots and lots of companies would contact you and say, hey, we're brand new, we're excited, we want to send you out beer. And By the Horns Brewing Company were one of those breweries back in the day. Since then, they've grown up a little bit. You know, they extended their brewery. I think they moved brewery. And then you started to see their beers in Waitrose. Picked this one up in Sainsbury's for £3. But it's generally been really good stuff. The stuff I've had from Waitrose, all been very good. This Sainsbury's, I've had 2 or 3 beers now from Sainsbury's, been very good. So not to heap a load of pressure on this beer then, but I'm hoping that this beer is going to be a cracker too. So beer in the glass then, we got a 1 finger white head, good levels of carbonation, slow moving carbonation. Now this carbonation sticking to the side of my glass. Now that would indicate, in all honesty, when carbonation sticks to a glass like that, that indicates a dirty glass. But as always, I always pick up my glasses and I always give them a good look. And I see if they're clean. And this one seemed to be clean. Straw coloured, light, hazy. Not much in the, I doubt it's a can conditioned beer. That means there's a little bit of sediment in the bottom of each can, but there's no sediment in the bottom of the glass. So it's not a can conditioned beer, it's just a unfiltered looking beer. Let's get the aroma. I might be holding the glass slightly kind of differently. I absolutely terrorised my finger yesterday. I nearly chopped the end of it off. Sorry, you tuned into a beer review, not a butcher's not a butcher's video. Very hoppy, very, very hoppy. Very citrusy, as they mentioned. Light, grapefruit, bit of lime. It smells really, really good. A nice beer on a wet, really wet day. It's a Friday too. Normally Fridays are for beer gardens in the sun, aren't they? But not today. Cheers all. Really good, really good. But halfway through I was thinking this is really light, really refreshing. I'm not sure if I gave the ABV. 4.3% ABV. For a 4.3% ABV, this beer is super juicy, super refreshing, super light, very, very drinkable beer. Pineapple, grapefruit. It's like cutting a grapefruit in half, and it's really good beer. This really, let me not kind of bog you down with stories a moment, I want to just say, if you want this beer review to be quick and snappy and, you know, you want the end of it, it's fantastic. Go and try it. But let me tell you why it's fantastic. When I was a youngster, I used to go to my grandfather's house to sleep, me and my sister, and we used to have like food in the evenings, watch TV, but every Friday night I used to buy a grapefruit and used to cut this grapefruit in half and used to put sugar on this grapefruit. I used to give half to my sister and half to me. As kids, of course. And he would say, just don't worry about a spoon, or just literally get your face in this grapefruit with all the sugar on top, and it will be a fantastic experience. And it really was. It really, really was. It was like nothing I'd ever had before in my life. It was great. I used to love looking forward to a Friday by sticking my face into that grapefruit and just brilliant. But the reason why I mention that is because there's a little bit of sweetness to this beer as you first start to drink it, and then there's a fantastic bitterness on the back end. But it's not just bitter for the sake of being bitter. This beer has that lovely kind of sweet but then bitter, sugary grapefruit flavour that I absolutely love in beer. Very clinical, very clean, very fresh, zesty. Very, very zesty beer. As I rock the beer back and forth, you can see the carbonation chasing the head of the glass. The only downside of this conservatory having a glass roof is when it blimmin' rains, it's like the beat of the drum. Yeah, but as you rock that beer back and forth, you can see the carbonation chasing the head of the glass. It just looks really good, doesn't it? It just looks really, really good. So a really nicely balanced beer then. You've got the sweetness over here, the bitterness over here. How much of this could I drink? Well, that is a smasher. That really is a fantastic smasher of a beer. I reckon Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, sun out in the garden. Yeah. Give me 4 cans of that. Give me 4 cans of that. That is absolutely fantastic. Really good by the Horns Brewing Company. They have moved. They were based in London, I believe. Now they're out in Surrey in the UK. All beer, no bull. We have a progressively traditional attitude towards brewing our beers, combining flavour, tradition, skill and experience in a forward-thinking manner. This beer offers a psychedelic journey through New World North American hops, brewed with a blend of Citra, Brew 1, Idaho 7, Cascade, Summit and Columbus hops. Waves of tropical fruit and fresh piney hop notes dance on a light, refreshing bitterness. Yeah, it's really good. I'm going to rate it. I'm really pleased that they've produced yet another terrific beer. For £3 a can in a supermarket, I think this is worth every single penny of that £3. There's nothing worse when you plunk down £3 for a craft beer in a supermarket and you're not really a fan. You're thinking, oh yeah, this is not great. But this is great stuff. This is great beer for your money. Really refreshing, really drinkable, really quite fantastic. This is a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.